guys, so today what I am doing is I am making cabbage. Everybody do their cabbage differently, and I am going to show you how I do mine. So first, let me go ahead wash my hands first. Let you see that I do wash my hands, quarantine. Or how they say, coronavirus. So we want to make sure that we are doing what we're supposed to do. Even behind closed doors, when it's just you still should be practicing the proper hand washing and everything. Don't think just because ain't nobody seeing you that it's okay for you to go ahead and not do it. Don't do that. Okay, so I got a pot on. And you know what? I'm going to just move that off for a minute. Fatback. I'm going to take a couple of pieces of Fatback. Matter of fact, you know what? I can put that pot back on because I don't even have to really cut these up. You know when you buy your Fatback, it comes like already, pieces. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw me a couple slices in here because I got a pretty pan full of cabbage. And I really wasn't going to do this tutorial. I look a mess. Look at me. But you know what? My hair's not done. It's okay because I'm real. I'm real. I'm a real person. I don't always look like with makeup and a wig on. I don't always look like that. Not all the time. When I'm in the house, sometimes I just like to be me. And being me, sometimes I just, got my hair in 2 braids, and which needs to be taken out. And it's going to be taken out because I'm going to be doing a new look with the hair thing. So, anyway. Yeah. So, the point of that is, if the person that you're watching, when you go on YouTube and they all glamorified all the time, believe me, they're not like that all the time. They just do that to get in front of the camera. Because they have to, you know what I mean? They have to keep up that persona, that look, you know what I mean? So, that's why they do what they do. So, and this is why I do what I do. I'm going to make my cabbage, and I'm going to do it just this way. You want to put maybe 4 or 5 pieces of cabbage in a pan. I got this on a 7. I might turn it down to a 6 so that could be cooking. I already have my cabbage right here. It's already cut up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move some stuff out of the way, and I'm going to rinse my cabbage off again. Because I have it soaking. Let me turn it so you can see. See that cabbage right there in that sink? Yeah. So, I'm trying to make it so you can see me as I'm doing stuff. Don't forget about your cabbage, your Fatback that you have on the stove. You always want to just move that around. Fatback by itself cooks, and when you put your cabbage in there, Fatback is already salted, so you don't really need to salt your cabbage again. Just too much salt. So we're going to go ahead and rinse our cabbage off. You might not be able to see me, but you can hear me. So I already have my cabbage in water. So just make sure your cabbage is cut to size that you can, throw it in your pan and go ahead and have it cooking down. You don't want it to be real big because you're going to have to cut it down some more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take some of this cabbage off the top, put it in my plate so I see what my cabbage is looking like. Keeping an eye on my Fatback over there is always a good tea to do as well. Cabbage is going to cook down, so you might say, "Ooh, I got a pot full of cabbage." And this is good eating because it's green. We need vegetables. So cabbage is just falling all out the pot. Come back over here. Be careful because if your hands are wet, you're going to have water splash in that cabbage and that oil, and you might get popped, but just be careful. So you don't want your cabbage to get, you don't want your Fatback to get burnt, so you want to monitor that. What I'm doing, I'm just double checking my cabbage. If it's not cut down to size, go ahead and break it, because you can break it, or cut it, because I cut mine, but some pieces just look like they need a little bit more a knife taken to them, so you can go ahead and just cut them in the pot that you're already in. Yep. Just make sure you don't cut your hand, because you don't want no blood in the food. So in the process of me trying to, cook more greens, eat more what I'm supposed to be eating, I'm also stretching more, drinking more water. I'm not saying I'm drinking water all the time, but I'm drinking more water than I have been. So it's a process. You don't want to do one thing and not do the other. You don't want to try to eat right and then not exercise, not drink healthy. It all supposed to come together. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy process, especially if you're used to the fast food and the sodas and the junk. But if you diligently tell yourself, I can do this, and you stick to it, and you make yourself aware every time you see yourself grabbing a soda, you be like, "Oop, I should be drinking some water." You'll probably come out on top. So we're going to go ahead and put that cabbage in our pan. It's going to sound like it's cooking some fried chicken. That's the way it's supposed to sound. Like I told you, cabbage is going to make its own water. So all you want to do is just make sure all your cabbage is in there. It will cook down. All you got to do is just make sure you get the cabbage in there. Make sure your Fatback is already hot. Your pan is hot. Your Fatback is in there cooking. Somebody's probably wondering, well, when do I know when to put the cabbage in? As soon as your Fatback gets nice and tan on both sides, that's an indicator you can go ahead and put the Fatback in. Put your cabbage in. I love, and I'm going to tell you this again, I love to cook. I always have. When I had to work, and I was working 2 jobs, I couldn't do all the cooking. Nope. But somehow, some way, it's being so that I could go ahead and cook, and do a little recording here and recording there, and I'm just looking at what time it is on my phone because I don't want to make this video long. So anyway, this is the process of when you go ahead and you make your cabbage. Your cabbage is going to cook probably on like, if you got it on a stove, which you should, on like a 7 or 6. You ain't got to worry about pressing it down as much because it's going to cook down. The other thing you want to do is once you have your cabbage in your pan like that, go ahead and cover it. Let it cook down. Turn your heat. If you think it's up too high, turn it down a little bit more. And let it cook for about, I'd say about 25-30 minutes. And check it, stir it, and it should come out looking like not a dark green, but like a light green. And you will know then that it is done. So this is how I do my cabbage. And I hope it was helpful to somebody. I hope somebody liked it. If you do like this video, please go ahead and like it, share it, and leave your comments down below. Thank you guys. I'll see you on another time. Bye. Oh, don't forget, check out Butterfly World, my podcast. I already had a couple of episodes that I did already, and I think you just might like it. Bye.